morning and welcome to the Clarion studio here at Distributech 2019 in New Orleans. With me this morning I have Terence Donnelly, who is the President and COO of ComEd in Chicago. Terence, thank you so much for joining me. I was wondering if you could possibly talk us through some of the digitalization and modernization efforts that ComEd are undertaking.
Sure. Well, I take you back to 2012 when the Illinois legislature passed the Energy Infrastructure Modernization Act, which was a very forward-thinking policy proposal around grid modernization. And it followed a series of pretty strong storms in our service territory. And this strategy that we embarked upon was one of investing in infrastructure as well as investing in technology, about half for each. And it was a multi-year investment platform. And we also were held to certain standards of improvement, which we were very focused on. So on the one hand, with digitalization, we invested on digitalizing equipment in substations so that we could focus more on preventing outages and responding quicker before a little problem becomes a big problem. And that was advanced technology being deployed, digital technology in substations. We also installed thousands of smart switches on the system to automatically reroute power. This was a very large effort and paid off in a big way in terms of reliability. And we also installed 4 million smart meters, right? 4 million smart meters, and we are winding down. We'll be complete June 30th on that of this year, and we are providing a multitude of benefits for our customers with smart meters as well. When you take all these investments as a whole over the last 5 years, we've improved reliability by upwards of 60% in just 5 years.
It's quite significant.
In a system as large as ComEd and metropolitan Chicago, we're really excited about that, and it's delivered big time to our customers in terms of benefits, and they feel the change, they feel the difference. And our smart meters have provided programs like peak time savings that yield to several $1 million in savings for customers who may curtail at a peak time and using that smart meter technology. So that's been a great platform for us, and it's been we're measured on our performance from the commission as well as the legislature, and today it's a partnership. We invest and we promise to deliver on the benefits. And as I said earlier in Distributech here today, is this industry's been built on promises. And delivering on those promises for the last 100 years. And we're busy delivering on even more promises of better service, and we're pretty excited about that. So I think our strategy, well, I know our strategy is twofold. It's infrastructure and new technology together.
Speaking of the keynote, you mentioned in your keynote that the expectation of resilience from your consumers is going to become more after each extreme weather event. How are you working with that expectation?
Yeah, it's many times folks say that reliability and having power on all the time is table stakes, but the table keeps getting higher in terms of what people expect. And as we experience more and more, and it appears to be a pattern of more and more extreme weather events, the expectations from our customers is for their power to withstand any stresses on the system. And that's a challenge for the industry. And it's a challenge for us, and we're focused on building more resilient systems. I would take you to our microgrid in Bronzeville, which is a neighborhood south of Chicago, which is groundbreaking in terms of what we're doing there in the community and who our partners are, like the Department of Energy and Illinois Tech. And what we're trying to test there through a series of metrics and standards is resilience in three areas: community resilience, energy system resilience, and critical infrastructure resilience. So in the new world, we view resilience as multi-pronged, not just power staying on, but community resilience, energy system resilience, which brings in energy efficiency, and critical infrastructure staying up. And we're focused on trying to measure these benefits in Bronzeville through a series of metrics on how we can deliver on a broad sense on resiliency for the future, because it's a moving target.
Yeah.
It's a moving target, and the bar keeps raising, and it keeps raising after every extreme weather event, and you know why. I mean, our customers are demanding it, our communities are demanding it, and we have to deliver, and we're focusing on delivering.
And of course, the more you deliver, the more your customers expect of you.
That's right, and that's what I say. We make promises, we deliver, and we need to keep delivering and do better.
So speaking of extreme weather, you have just recently been at the center of a very extreme weather event. Could you talk a little bit more
Sure.
about the polar vortex?
Yeah, we last week we had unprecedented cold weather. Of course, in Chicago, we're used to levels of cold, but this was at a whole new level, and we had temperatures across our system of 26 degrees below zero, some heavy wind speed, and in one morning minus 30 degrees in a place called Rockford, Illinois. So these temperatures were at a new level of stress on the system, and our employees responded by working in these conditions, restoring power when it occurred, and getting our system back up very promptly where there were problems.
Yeah. Terence, thank you so much for making the time to talk with us. Unfortunately, this is all the time that we have available, but I hope that we'll have the opportunity to speak again.
Sure. I would just add that in that cold weather, it's an example of extreme weather events, and our focus on performing in a resilient way, and our grid staying resilient to withstand those events. And that's something that we're very much focused on, and I think the whole industry is focused on that.
Well, I would certainly love the opportunity to speak to you more about the
Sure.
microgrid that you're doing in Bronzeville. So
It's very exciting.
I look forward to that conversation.
Yeah, I think in Bronzeville, we view the microgrid as sort of a town square where lots of benefits emanate from this town square, this microgrid, and it's much more than a technology project. It's a real livable community project that is very exciting.
Well, thank you very much.